I want to see if we can get Donya Abu Sitta. We may have figured out the mic issue. Donya, are you there? Hi.
Yes, hi.
Oh, fantastic.
Yay, Donya.
Hi, Donya. How are you?
I'm really fine. What about you?
We're just really happy to see you and hear you and be able to talk about your incredible work. Do you want to tell us how things are right now in Gaza for you, for your family, for the people that you're with?
Okay. I used to live in Khan Yunis, which is the most beautiful city in the world, as I believe. However, due to ongoing genocide, my family and I have been forced to evacuated multiple times. But the hardest evacuations when we evacuated to Rafah. A part of my heart still remains in Khan Yunis. Now I am speaking to you from a sea of tents surrounding by lost dream and the stories of my people. If you were to come to the door of my tent, it's not a door like you imagined, but you would see two opposite completely situations. In the front of me, there are Palestinian tents filled with fear, fear of death, whether death by bombing, hunger, or diseases. There is no light, no electricity, no safety, no drinking water, no food, and no documentations. But behind me, there are Egyptians' border, where all the necessities of the lives are available. Every night, before I go to sleep, I think about my life before the genocide, and I'm really wonder if it will ever return. It's hard to believe that it has been 6 months since the genocide started. To be honest, I remember waking up on October 7 at 6:34 a.m. to horrifying sound of muscles and bumping, and this sound still till now. At the first, we thought it would be only few days, weeks, or maximum a month before we return to our homes, but this genocide continues to this day. It's important to note that a genocide doesn't mean killing people, destroying homes, displacing family, kidnapping children, and disappear families. A genocide involves to destroy the way of life. Everything we know about Gaza before has disappeared. Every beautiful street now is a rubble. Every building has destroyed or damaged. Everyone lost a loved one or at least a dream. In short, our lives in Gaza has been completely turned upside down. For example, our education system has greatly affected in this genocide. The education is highly valued among families in the state of Palestine, with 95.4% of children enrolled in basic educations. However, the reality of Gaza students has tragic since this genocide started. On October 7th, Israel has deliberately destroyed and target the future of Gaza students using violence and bombing to destroy their schools and universities and disrupt their educations. The Palestinian Ministry of Education has reported that since this genocide started, there are over 5,000 students have been killed and 8,000 injured. In addition, there are 255 teachers and administrators have been killed and more than 891 injured. The Palestinian Ministry also reported that 286 government schools and 65 UNRWA schools have been bombed and vandalized, with 111 severely damaged and 40 completely destroyed. Now I'm asking Tamara if she could share with us a video of my students. Can you share it?
We will do that. Yeah. It just takes a few seconds.
Okay, take your time.
Here it comes.
I am Tuka from Khan Yunis. I love my school and my teacher. Before this war, I went to school just a few weeks before this war began. As all children in the world, I need to continue my studying. So help us to rebuild our school life.
This is Toqa, one of the best students for me, because before the genocide she was in grade 1. However, she and all students in Gaza Strip don't go to university and schools now. Many of these schools have been turned into shelters for hundreds of thousands of citizens displaced people by this war. Students will view to their schools differently when they return to their study, because students have been lived in these schools. To be honest, they lived the most difficult moments in these schools. These schools became a nightmare for students because they have suffered to bring drinking water and food. And even the simplest thing, going to bathroom, take more time than usual. Even the university, 6 of the 7 original university have been damaged and vandalized. Al-Isra University, Al-Aqsa University, Al-Quds Open University, Al-Aqsa University, and the Islamic University, all these universities have been bombed and destroyed. In Gaza, there is no safety, no security, no access to education facilities. Israel deliberately has destroyed students' dream by attacking their schools and universities and bombing it and assassinating the academics, for ignoring the Palestinians and silencing them to disappear the voice of the truth. For example, they assassinating Dr. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐄𝐥𝐿 just because he show his suffering and the stories of his people to all the world. He makes our voice louder and louder to make the truth show to all the world. We will continue to follow Dr. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐄𝐥𝐿 footsteps, and our issue will present as long as we live.
Thank you so much, Donya. And thank you for your words about Dr. 𝐓𝐡𝐞. And this week we heard the terrible news about his daughter 𝐄𝐄. And we know that 𝐄𝐄 was his inspiration as well. And we say Allah يرحمهم, and thank you for remembering them. And thank you for that really wonderful report, because I think that, you know, a lot of the world isn't talking about the lack of education now. Children have been out of school for more than seven months, and you continue to focus on education. You wrote a recent article for us about the destruction of the education system in Gaza, and you were a teacher before the war. You are a teacher.
Yes.
And let me ask you, now during the war, you're still in touch with your students, like the young girl we saw? Is there still some way to teach the children? Do you still meet with them? Do you still help them? Tell us about how you stay in touch with the children.
Yes, at first I touched with the families of my students, because the students are still young. I wanted to keep touching them because I wanted to learn them a new things, and even the new vocabulary or stories about the war, because they must be aware of what's happening around them.
And also, Donya, you have now moved away from Khan Yunis, your beautiful city. I've only visited Khan Yunis once in my life for one day, and I can say it is a beautiful city, and more beautiful than the people of Khan Yunis. And now tell us about what the situation is around you. You talk about living in a tent. Just talk about, what do you think people around the world should know about the situation for daily life in Gaza now?
Okay, to be honest, the daily life is very hard in these days, because the Israeli occupations think about enter Rafah. It doesn't mean enter Rafah to safety or something positive, but they think to destroy the last city in Gaza Strip. So the people in Rafah city now thinking about evacuated for Khan Yunis or another city in the middle area in the Gaza Strip, because they think it may be more safer for them. But there is no safety place in Gaza Strip, because every area has been targeted in the same time. There is many targeting and bombing in the Gaza Strip, and the daily life it's very hard for the adults and the young, because children every day go to bring drinking water or food, and they take more time than usual. It maybe take many hours, or maybe they return with nothing. So this situations for children. What about adults? Children must be in their schools and must live a childhood, not do this hardest things.
It's unimaginable. Yeah.
And as I mentioned before, Donya, you're a teacher, you're a writer, you're a wonderful writer, and I'm learning from you now. And also, we're very lucky that several members of your family, Lubna, Jana, and Hassan, also write for the Electronic Intifada and teach the world about what's happening in Gaza. I just want to ask you how they're doing, and if you can please give them our love as well, and let them know
I
that
will.
we appreciate all of you.
Okay, I will do that, and they send to you the love and all thanks.
Thank you very much.
But I wanted to add something. Can
Yeah.
I?
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Finally, I have a message from Gaza students to American students. Thank you for your voice, because your voice reached to all the world. And please keep on. And I want to thank you, because your website helped us to make our people around the world read our stories and know about Gaza, and make Israeli injustice appear to all the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Donya. We're all here with you, and we're going to keep in touch, and we'll have you back on as soon as we can. Keep writing. We can't wait to read what you write for us next.
And it's our honor
Yeah.
to work with you, and we look forward to better days, inshallah, soon. We look forward to an end to this horrible genocide, and for all the people of Khan Yunis and all the people in Gaza to return to their homes, and for the Abu Sitta family to return not just to their homes in Khan Yunis, but to their homes in Palestine, which we've been learning about in some of our recent live streams from the great Dr. Salman Abu Sitta, the historian, who is also part of your great family, and we really appreciate everything you're doing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Donya.
We hope to see you again very soon.
Yes,
I hope
absolutely.
so.
Thank you, Donya. Incredible. I'm so glad that worked out finally in the end. That was wonderful. She's extraordinary. Just extraordinary.
Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit like, leave a comment. These engagements help us with the YouTube algorithm, and it helps us to get around Silicon Valley censorship as much as possible. It does make a difference. You can also support our journalism by going to electronicintifada.net and clicking on donate now. Thank you.